Good day, folks. Everything new under the sun. I like to give you indicators, milestones, um, signs that tell you that we are in the last days and that things are getting worse, and that the four horsemen of the apocalypse are likely riding. And one of those things is the indicator of economic collapse. Do we see trouble in the markets? And I think by now everybody would agree that we do. But what you're looking at is gold here, and gold is going up. Let's take a look at a couple of videos that I took from the Daily Blob. This is Eli, the computer guy, and he's a tech commentator, makes tech videos. You may or may not know him. But recently he's been talking about various economic issues, specifically related to Tesla. Being a tech guy, he watches Tesla, Elon Musk. What's interesting, though, is the fact that Elon Musk is now laying off tens of thousands of people. So you can see this. This is from 3 weeks ago. Yeah, there we go. 3 weeks ago, Tesla lays off 14,000 employees. All right, so Tesla's a big company. Maybe 14,000 isn't too bad. You go to, let's see, these aren't in order. 9 days ago, more layoffs. You can see in the screenshot there. You can't really see it. Tesla conducting more layoffs, including entire supercharger team. And then you go to 4 days ago. Tesla fires interns, and they are not going to be hiring any more interns. And then we go to 2 days ago. This is a fourth round of layoffs. That's from Electrek, the website, which you can't really see in the screenshot there. But a fourth round of layoffs, tens of thousands here. And then 18 hours, 1 day ago, the whole supercharger team is fired. And then 18 hours ago, 340 more positions that were open, I guess, on their website, for hiring people. There's now a hiring freeze, 3,400 positions, which apparently they need, or someone thought they needed, is now canceled. These positions are closed. They have laid off tens of thousands of people, huge amount of their workforce. This is one of the most valuable companies in the world. And what should this tell you? This should open your eyes to what's happening. And the clue is really here. This is CNBC, your favorite mainstream media news. And gold is up $30 today. Look at here along the bottom. Let me go here. There you go. You can see the dot. Along the bottom, we start in the year 1980. It's too bad it doesn't go back further. You can find charts where it goes back further. But in 1980, it kind of stumbles along about $400 an ounce US, 400, 500, 300, right up until about 2006. And then we start getting into the financial crunch of 2008. And from there, it's just been, basically a hockey stick. I wouldn't say exactly exponential. It's been up and down, but heading up very, very quickly. And what does that mean? Well, it's an economic indicator. When people see that there's trouble in the markets, we're heading to war, we're heading to recession, whatever it may be, people head to a safe haven, and that is hard assets, silver, gold. Maybe they buy property, they buy a piece of land, they buy houses to speculate on them. They buy hard assets because at the end of the day, if the economy crashes, that hard asset is still going to be worth something. Whereas if you hold all your money in, fiat currency, you may lose a lot of money on that because of the devaluing of that money. It's not worth as much as it was before. And you can tell it's not worth as much because it requires this more of the same greenbacks, more of the same US dollars to buy that same single ounce of gold. That single ounce of gold, you now require $2,370 US dollars to pay for that ounce of gold. Whereas again, back in 2003, you only needed about 335 US dollars. That means your US dollar was worth more back then. That's why fuel seemed cheaper, all these sorts of things. It required fewer dollars to buy the same product. So this is known as inflation, and some would call it hyperinflation. And this is what Tesla sees. And at the biggest, most valuable company in the world, who is, moving ahead and cashing in from the whole green agenda, the climate change stuff, and green energy. That's where all the money is right now. And if they are laying off tens of thousands of people, what do they see coming? I think what they see coming is the same as what we see coming in Bible prophecy. Let me go to, let me see if I can pull this up. Keynote. No, that's not Keynote right there. There we go. This is my Keynote. And I think what they see is trouble as it relates to World War III, the four horsemen of the apocalypse riding. Now, they don't know that these things are occurring necessarily. They're probably not people of the book. But they see something bad coming down the pipe. And again, when you see big companies like Tesla laying off tens of thousands of people, all other companies on the way down, smaller and smaller, will start laying off people to get in a position to weather a storm. What storm do these bigwigs, these billionaires, what storm do they see coming? If they're laying off tens of thousands of people, it must be a significant storm that they see coming. Or war, a resetting of the economic playing field, if you will. And so these companies are getting ready. It's prudent and smart and wise to do so if they see something coming. So that, again, should be a tell, an indicator to you that something is going on. When someone in the technology industry is reporting on this, about Tesla, then you need to wake up and say, if they see something coming, maybe I should start getting prepared. I just watched the video by Canadian Prepper today where he seemed very concerned, and he just kept saying, buy food, store up food, buy food. At the end of the day, when the wrath of God comes, people will throw their gold and silver into the street. It will be worthless because they can't eat it. They will be starving. They will have nothing. Likewise, when this stuff goes down, folks, you can't eat your gold and silver coins. It's good to have as a backup to pull you through the other side of economic collapse. And if we are not in those last days, maybe there is another side to this economic collapse. But I don't think we've got that much time left. But during that economic collapse, you can't eat it. Maybe you can trade a little bit of it for something, for food. But at the end of the day, the most valuable thing, commodity, asset to have is going to be food. Your ability to grow food, your ability to purify water, because people will be giving you gold and silver. People will be giving you free labor if you can provide them fresh water and food to eat, because they'll be starving. When people are desperate, they will give you whatever they have, and you will be the laird of the land. You will be the king of the castle with all the hard assets collected from everybody who didn't have enough. Now, there's a story in the Bible about Joseph and the multicolored dream coat, if you recall, where there was a famine in the land, and he was second in command over Egypt, and he commanded to create storehouses. This is the 7 good years and the 7 bad years. In the 7 good years, he created storehouses. He stored up food. He was a prepper. And people say, you just need faith in God. Joseph was second in command in Egypt. And he and there was a dream of 7 good years, 7 bad years. And he stored up during the 7 good years. And for 7 bad years, all the people from the nations surrounding Egypt and the Egyptian civilians gave up everything. They gave up first their goods, their gold and silver. Then they gave up their land. Then they committed to becoming slaves for the Egyptian government, the pharaoh at that time, for food, because they were desperate. And folks, this is the consolidation that's happening in the last days. The smart who store up food, who are preparing, who are preppers, will be ready to go when this famine hits. The rest, who have their heads in the sand, who don't want to believe it's coming, who want to just live fat, dumb, and happy, who want to watch their Netflix and binge watch whatever the next big show is, and think that, the economic collapse could never happen. For those people are going to be giving the shirt off their backs and becoming slaves to you for a little bit of food that you are willing to offer them. And this is a great transfer of wealth, and there's a great transfer of wealth to the Pharaoh at the time through Joseph, through Egypt in those days. So that's the biblical reference to what's coming. There are preppers in the Bible, so if you say preppers shouldn't be prepping, you just need more faith, well, that is incorrect and that is invalid. That is incongruent with the history spoken of in the Bible about what has occurred before. And God gave you a brain. He expects you to use it. Be wise with the things that you have. And I guess I'll just leave it there, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.